Our people paid money for school IDs. Up to today, we have not seen those IDs. Some of us are even completing school without the school IDs. How I wish that this time round we vote in leaders who are going to ensure that at least our people can get their IDs in time.
More university students are no longer interested in mouthing, walking around, but rather they are interested in competence, hard work, and delivery.
With me here, I'm joined by two candidates who are vying for College 001, that is School of Education and Business. Delegate 001, that is Academic Docket. My right side niko na Mulandi Junior. Mulandi, karibu sana, and thanks for creating time to come for this debate, and we hope for the best and having a good debate with you. And on my left here niko na Gabriel Okola. Gabriel, karibu sana. This is the second time mnaenda kupatana kwa hii vita, and for this debate comrades will decide. Karibuni sana, wacha tuanze. We'll be back, tutarudi kwa muso politics, and because that is our main segment here, and najua among us here, Mulandi and Okola, we aspire, and we also maybe one of us or both of us tutakuwa maybe the Northeastern kingpin, the Nyanza kingpin. So wacha tuende the Kenyan politics, because that is what we are talking about now. Kila mali ni Kenyan politics. Now, to start with you, Mulandi, in a scale of 1 to 10, how can you rate Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy?
2.
Why 2?
Because since he was elected in the second term, we have seen the rise of all commodities, including sugar. Oil used to cost around 120 shillings per liter. Today, as we speak, it's about 420. Therefore, it is hard for common Wananchi.
Yeah. What about you, Okola?
Well, I am not going to say that Uhuru's second term is the cause of the increase of the prices of the commodities in Kenya. Actually, the prices of commodities do not increase by overnight. It begins progressively. So I think that if we are talking about bad economic level right now, then it is something that began long time ago. So I can say that however much that Uhuru Kenyatta has also tried as a president, he has some of his downfalls as a human being. Yeah, so we cannot say that he has excellently performed, and again we cannot say that he has poorly performed. He has tried.
Yeah, okay. If I talk about Uhuru Kenyatta's legacy, I must include the messy divorce between him and his deputy, and also the handshake era. Now, you as a person, do you feel like the handshake was good to the nation, or was it didn't mean well to the Jubilee government?
I will talk about I will not talk about handshake politically, but I will talk about the results or the impacts of the handshake. Handshake restored peace that our country was thirsty for, and you can see since His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga greeted each other and decided to work together, the commotion that we had before actually reduced. So in matters of restoring peace, I can say handshake achieved it 100%. I don't know any other negative impact handshake has brought, because actually each and every person would wish or crave for peace and unity. So personally, I don't see if handshake was that bad for the people of Kenya.
Yeah. To you, Mulandi, I know you have a different reaction to what Okola said. What's your take on that?
We would never wish to go back to 2007 post-election violence. Therefore, with our two brothers who are competing in the same seat for presidency in 2017, actually we all crave for peace, and it happened. So no matter what, we could not say it was either bad, neither good.
So as we finish our first segment on Kenyan politics, Mulandi, what can you tell a Kenyan voter who is a first-time voter mwenye atenda kupiga kura? What can you advise him as a person, and even other Kenyans who are watching you?
It is about ideology, You just wake up, go there and vote, because anybody who sleeps on a voting day gives way to bad leadership. Therefore, we would urge all Kenyans and all citizens to wake up that day and go vote for the right people.
And maybe as we finish with you, Okola, we know the campaigns have officially begun. What can you tell them? What message can you tell the youth outside there?
Well, actually, to my fellow Kenyan youth, I want to advise you that now being that campaigns are ongoing, most aspirants will come to you with handouts trying to persuade you so that at least you can vote them in. Before you vote anyone in, please look at the manifestos of somebody, the ability to execute the manifestos he's trying to bring on board, and how well he's going to manage the leadership position that you're going to entrust him with. But do not vote somebody in because he's going to give you handout. Since today, if I give you 200 shillings and you vote in a bad leadership, then can you divide 200 shillings by 5 years? You will find that each day you are going to find money which cannot even buy a matchbox. So let us vote in good leadership and not somebody on the basis of handouts or some short-term privileges that they're giving us.
Yes. Now, to maintain our main segment, that is the 35th Muso Politics, which is about to start, because we are waiting for the list, because I'm sure nyinyi wote mko kila mtu the temperature in rise, and mostly the list itakuwa by Monday as communication. Tumesikia tunasemanga the inner circle, information from the inner circle. Now tunataka kwanza na fee increment, because in each one of you manifestos imeongelea kuhusu fee increment, and I want to start with the latest scenario of 2.1 students. Now 2.1 students wameongezewa fee without anybody complaining, without the 34th Muso complaining, and hakuna mtu alikuja akasema why this 12,000 inakuja kuongezwa in the 1.2 semester and also in the 2.1 semester. And each one of you amesema they want to articulate about fee increment to be in a way that tunaongelea kuhusu they consult the parties, that is our parents, because our parents are the stakeholders of the school, and also the students themselves, because hao ndo wanafunzi. Now I want to start with you, Mulandi. How ukiingia kwa power, that is on 17th of June, how will you try to bring about fee increment to be in a systematic way?
Muso constitution stipulates that we must have representation while the university is making decisions, right?
Yes.
And therefore, we need that representation so that whenever those big men there are making decisions, the student council, that is Muso, president with academic delegates, should be present for them to negotiate with themselves, so that we do away with this issue of increasing fee without any knowledge of students and even the Muso.
They are now aware of fee increment, and without consulting the university.
Well, thank you so much, Byron. I think I'll begin by acknowledging the fact that Moi University has got three stakeholders, or rather a school has three stakeholders. Stakeholder number one is our parents. Stakeholder number two is the administration. Then stakeholder number three are we students. I always believe, and I want to believe again, that if a decision has to be made, then the three stakeholders should be consulted. About the fee increment, personally, I can say it is not ignored, especially on the side of the students, because as a result, we have found very many students deferring since the increment is indefinite, and our parents who are at home were not in a position to raise this amount of fee within that particular period of time. So I am looking forward to seeing a student council where our leaders will be in a position to go and plead with the administration, so that if any kind of decision is being made, then please let the students also be aware of that decision, so that at least we cannot be caught unaware. I think through that we are going to reduce the cases of crime. But in the moment decisions are going to be made without our consent, then we are going to find that the negative impact comes on us, because it is we students who are going to be forward. So personally, given an opportunity, I will ensure that the phrase representation means you go and tell the administration what your people are feeling. You go and make them understand the feelings of your people.
And our second question is about now allocation of Muso bursaries now. Because kuna speculation around Moi University that those close friends of those delegates wenye wanachaguliwa are the first people wenye wana benefit from those bursaries. And let me just call a spade and because sometimes, okay, we are divided in tribal lines hatuwezi kata as a country, because even in Kenyan politics and siwezi danganya pia because mi pia mwenyewe nimejionea somehow even in university politics now, because unapata now if that person is from a specific tribe, because kuna speculation that that person atasaidia wale marafiki zake from that tribe, because those are the first people who have benefit at the expense of other comrades. Now, Mulandi, what's your take on that?
Like I was saying, we need representation in Muso, and therefore, for allocation of bursaries, I guess when electing a delegate, it is not based on tribalism, neither is he from Western, Eastern, or Eastern, Northern. So I guess someone who is entrusted with that leadership will give those bursaries as per needy students. And I was in Moi University, we'll find that we have around 1,000 students who may apply for the bursary.
Yes.
For instance, if you multiply 1,000 students with 3,000 shillings, if allocated, so we'll find that that is around 3 million.
Yes.
Right? Now, in Moi University, like the 34th council, the Muso bursary was 1 million.
Yes.
Now, who do you give and who do you deny? The question comes in. Therefore, we need a leader who will come up with an idea to gang more funds from outside to increase the amount allocated. Yes. Right? So, working with the chair, if given a chance, like Mulandi, Gideon, Kinene, yes, I would suggest that me and chair, we go out there, we look for NGOs, sponsors, and also the county government. We get more money, we bring in.
Yes.
So these monies, when you had, for example, we may get 2 million outside the university. When you add 2 million to the 1 million that has been added, that has been allocated by Moi University,
yes,
you will get around 3 million, right?
Yes.
Now, it will be easy when allocating these bursaries, and maybe all those students who applied, they may get.
Yes.
And therefore, you know, when allocating a bursary, there are so many aspects you check. For example, you'll find a student who has no parents, right?
Yes.
He or she is an orphan. You'll find another student who maybe has one parent. You'll find another student who comes from very local village, very humble background.
Yes.
So these are kind of aspects you should check before awarding a bursary. It should not be on the basis of tribalism.
Yes.
Neither should it be on the basis of friendship. Muso bursary is made for needy students.
Yes.
And it should be for needy.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I want to ask you this question directly, and you uambie comrades wenye wanakuwatch. Do you assure comrades that being elected in academic docket, your office will be transparent, accountable, and also ensure fairness?
As a leader, and that is Mulandi Gideon Kinene, I believe in openness. Anything done in that office should be acceptable, because I know they will be swearing us in,
Yes,
on 21st, of this month, and therefore I can't raise up a Bible and swear something I will not do. So personally, I will ensure there is transparency and accountability in the academic docket.
Okay, thank you. Now back to your Okola. The same question about Muso bursaries. What's your take on that?
Well, Byron, more university students, each and every one of them is entitled to 500 shillings Muso subscription fee annually. This money should be coming back to the students in form of Muso bursary.
Yes.
And I want to tell the people without any fear of contradiction that the people who should be first given chances of getting this money are less privileged students who probably are not in a position of paying the school fee in time.
Yes.
And not our close allies or our tribesmen and ladies or people who we are affiliated to in one way or the other. I was listening to the response from my colleague here,
Yes.
And I was surprised because he's talking about how they will get more funds. You know, the Bible says that, Ambrose, if you are not in a position to take care of the small thing you have, then even that big one you will be given you cannot take care of. I was expecting him to answer you on how he's going to ensure that there is equity, transparency, and accountability. 1 million shillings allocated for Muso bursary funds is not a small amount. And we cannot just come here and say that that one cannot be enough for everyone. No. If you did business, there's something we call resources are scarce. And it is we human beings who should be ensuring that the scarce resources are enough for us. Now, one thing I can promise the people, if given an opportunity, is this. When a student applies for bursary, there's no essence of giving a single individual 10,000 shillings and another one you give 0 shillings just because you feel one is your friend or one is coming from your community. I feel that we should be coming with a common podium whereby even if you are going to give a flat rate to everyone, then let our people get this bursary. Because if anything, it is through the school fee we are paying that bursary is coming from. So that is what I think as leaders we should be now looking into. Then number 2, not that no university is not having funds to even increase the Muso bursary limit from 1 million even to 2 million or 1.5. It is only that our people have not decided to go and approach the administration and explain to them the reason why we feel this 1 million is not enough for our people. Let us go and explain to them and tell them that kindly we can enlarge or elongate our budget to this particular amount so that at least majority of our people can benefit.
Yes.
Going to county government is a dream on a day broad light, which can never happen. And the proponents know that. You cannot tell me that you'll be walking from one county to county looking for funds. At what time will you be reading? At what time will you be attending to your leadership roles in the university? Then you're coming to tell the comrades that we're going to work. That is a lie. So what we can tell the people, let us use the resources that we have at hand. Let us use the people we have at hand, which is the administration. Let us engage them so that they can increase, because if anything, you cannot tell me that we don't have money. Our people pay school fee.
Yes.
We don't do examination without completing school fee. So you cannot tell me that we don't have money in our school account.
Sure.
So it is about being creative enough, convince and persuade the people in charge to at least increase the limit so that our people can be accommodated in this. That is all I have.
So you feel that academic docket needs a person who is aggressive in a polite way?
Absolutely. You must be having what we call leadership creativity, so that at least you can be in a position of getting money from somebody without him even knowing. Yes, that is how we should be operating. You go engage them in a candid discussion, which even them they are going to understand.
Yes.
That is what I believe in.
So today, Gabriel Okola, you want to assure comrades that if elected as Delegate 001 in the academic docket, you will ensure fairness, accountability, and transparency.
Of course, that is what personally I have been preaching for, because number one, most of the comrades, including myself, come from very humble backgrounds, my brother, where our parents struggle even to put a glass of water on the table. Some of us are learning by the masses of bursaries. In fact, the reason why there is no equity in bursary allocation is because probably the leaders we elect do not know the pain of lacking a school fee. Yes. They're learning, they find themselves being paid for fee. Yes. They don't know where the fee is coming from.
But some of us, like Gabriel Okola, knows very well that if that bursary is not there, I'm not going to be in class. So when a given amount of money is put on my hands, however little it may be, I cannot embezzle with it, because I know there's somebody outside there, there's a comrade outside there who entirely depends on this money, and in the moment I'm not going to give him this money, he's going to automatically defer. So it is my responsibility to ensure that the people who are entitled to this money receive it as they are supposed to.
Yes. Now, as we enter also in our third question, and I will start with you, Okola. Now it's about upload of marks.
Yes.
Now, being a student of Moi University, unajipata in a position whereby uko third year na you don't have marks in your portal yet. Umefanya exam ya first year yote, first semester, second semester, second year, first semester, second semester, and now in third year, or you are almost graduating, is when you want to come and looking for lecturers and unataka marks in your portal. How will you work on that?
Actually, it is quite unfortunate that even as we speak, Byron, I have done over 48 units, but in my portal I have less than 10 results. It is quite unfortunate. But again, I would wish to say this.
Yes.
You know, for us to treat a disease, we must know its cause. For us to erase this issue of missing marks once and for all, then we must know where it is originating from. Every time now and then our leaders are coming here, especially during campaigns, and their first agenda is always that I'm going to ensure that there is no missing mark.
True.
But they're not telling us which mechanism they have laid down to finish or curb this kind of problem you're suffering from. I can tell you, since I came to Moi University up to now, I have witnessed almost 3 elections. Each and every time they're telling us we are going to eradicate missing mark. Up to now, I think it is only Gabriel Okola who is going to finish it for the first time. This is because I am one person who is informed, and I know the processes an examination period passes through. Now, for us to know where the problem is, why our people are delaying in getting marks, we must know how the problem originates.
Yes.
For us to know how the problem originates, we must know the processes an examination period is going through. Like, for example, after us doing examination, Byron, the lecturers normally collect the scripts, they go a mark, then it is taken to external examiner, then internal examiner, then after that it is taken for uploading, then publishing. So we must understand which process or which stage is delaying, so that our people are not having their marks in time. I have been a class representative for the past 3 years, and have diligently served in that position, and my people know that. When they asked me, especially in this one unit called Tech 102, which I happened to be the class representative, we were not having our results, and they told me, Okola, since we're the class representative, can you go and look for us these marks? Then I called my lecturer, because you know the power of a class representative is not beyond the class lecturer. So I called my lecturer, I told him that my people are crying, they don't have their marks. And my lecturer told me, Okola, I have uploaded the marks. If you people are not seeing your marks, then the problem is with the publishing. I had to go to the office concerned with publishing. I went, today as we speak, we have our marks. So what I can tell you is that the problem is that sometimes our leaders try to treat a wrong disease using wrong mechanisms. So that is what I am telling our people. Let us first know the cause and how we can handle that kind of disease that is affecting our people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now the same question I will ask you, Mulandi. How will you champion for marks upload in our portal?
I'm surprised with my friend here, who is my here rep actually, in stroke 20, is lying to us on a day, 10 a.m. today, saying that we have take 1 or 2 marks.
He's coming from group 1, I'm coming from group 2. He doesn't even know that you were taught by different lecturers. I know this gentleman very well. Anyway, let him speak.
In which contest is he saying that the marks are in the portal?
He's coming from group 1. I am from group 2.
The same friend is saying.
So my brother here doesn't
the same friend is saying he's informed. You know, I gave you your time, you spoke.
But you don't
just listen to information. Listen,
by
you know, you should listen to wisdom, because what you are saying, what you are saying is a lie. You should not be lying to comrades, boy. So you mean when we give you this power, you will go there and start saying the marks are there,
My brother,
and they are not
were
there.
we taught by the same
Just
lecturer?
listen.
Let us square
You should be
this.
fair in
No,
this.
let us square this.
When he was speaking, I was quiet.
Are we being taught by the same lecturer? No.
Listen,
And
Okola,
if no,
Okola,
why are you
Okola,
saying that?
Okola,
I'm the
listen.
class representative
Okola,
Byron and I cannot be
sawa,
accused
sawa.
falsely
Okola,
here.
listen.
Let me watch.
Wacha tumpatie time dakika kidogo then.
But let him lie honestly. I like when even if you're lying, you lie honestly.
You will take him. What had he expressed then?
So
You
the
take your
same
time.
person is
Yes.
saying he is informed. So I wonder, as a hear rep in my school, what has he done to make
Okay,
sure?
the same. Let me rephrase and ask the question again before you take on him and ask him question. Now, Mulandi, how will you champion for uploads of marks in Comrades portal?
So you don't
Yes,
want
okay,
me to answer?
okay.
Okay, what you will do?
I want you to
what
answer,
you
I
will
want you
do?
to answer that question. Then you take on him.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, upload of marks is a process,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
For you to claim you have marks in you should have marks in your portal, you must sit for an examination, right?
Yes.
So after sitting for that examination, you make sure you submit your papers. Lecturers take them on board, they mark, they bring them back. The issue that has been there is that the publishing of marks has not been working
Yes.
in Moi University. You find that a lecturer has uploaded the marks, but when you in your portal, you actually don't have those marks.
Yes.
But when you go to the administration, you find that the administration marks, administration portal
Yes.
has your marks, right? So there's a problem in the portal. You find that marks are there, but they are not reflecting on our side. So we would like to ensure that the workability of the portal is good enough to make sure that when those marks are uploaded by the lecturers and by the school, they reflect
Reflect on-
directly
on
to
Comrades
the
portal.
on Comrades portal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I want you to take on him directly. What
I would
He said
like
that.
to say, nobody should lie to comrades. You know, Bwana, we don't want to elect somebody there and he or she start telling us, we will do this and we will not do this.
Yes.
We are leaders, right?
Yes.
And as leaders, we know channels of everything in those offices. I have been a common course rep for the largest group in Moi University. That is Group 1,
Yes.
ED, TED, and EDG.
Yes.
You will never hear them complaining. But you
So
find that some people,
you want to assure us here on Comrades Hub that Group 1 students, that is top 20, they have their marks in the portal.
no, you know, your marks is not uploaded according to groups.
Yes.
You know, these are school of education, and we all did take 1 or 2.
Yes.
If it's about common courses, right?
Yes.
And my part, if you find that if it's about common courses for 1.1, you'll find that most of my group members in Group 1, and I hope in Group 2 and 3, they also have their marks.
The marks.
So it is not about which group are you in. There are some things which are common,
Yes.
and the common should be uploaded across. So I want to assure comrades that the upload of marks depends on us and on them.
Yes.
We sit for the exam, we do it, and they do their part. And when the portal is working, then the marks, I hope, with our work, the marks will reflect.
Okay, on the same point about uploads of marks, Okola, you have a question. Can you take on him?
Actually, I want to ask my brother one simple question.
Yes.
Today, as we speak, how many results do you have in your portal?
That is my personal
No,
results.
just tell me. That is not a personal thing to hide. How many results do you have in your
He is
portal?
not asking no question. You are the person asking.
No, answer me. How many? What I'm trying to tell
Okay,
my
Okola,
brother.
how many units do you have, like marks in your portal?
Personally, right now as we speak, I have around 7 results.
7 results.
Yes.
Out of how many units you have done?
Over 48 units.
Over 48
My
units.
brother here
Over 48, meaning 41 units are missing
are
in your
missing.
portal.
My brother here, if you go and check, I'm trying to correct the fact that he was saying that our groups should be given equal marks at the same time.
Yes.
If you look at the number of units Group 1 are having, compared to group 2, they are different.
Yes.
Because number one, we are being taught by different lecturers.
Yes.
So my brother cannot come here and tell you that things are common. What is common?
You know, Byron,
and again,
listen.
I gave you time, my brother. I gave you time.
Okay.
Well, we should not.
Mulandi,
No,
I
listen.
get-
You know,
okay,
it
go on.
is a good point we talk.
Let him go
You
on.
know, all these lecturers, they come from the same departments.
Yes.
You find that if it is the EDF, all lecturers of EDF come from the same department, and it is this department that deals with all these issues. Whenever these lecturers go out and mark, they return the results, the results to the department.
Yes.
So the department is the only institution that is concerned with those things. So you should not lie to us that
you are saying that we should be having equal number of units. And
no,
that is what I'm here to say is
I
wrong.
said the
That is
common
wrong.
causes.
That is very
I was
wrong,
talking
Bwana. You
about
should
the
not lie
common
to us,
causes,
Byron.
right?
Byron,
I was
you must
talking.
not lie to us.
Listen,
We are being taught by different lecturers. You know that.
I agree.
Yeah, so don't.
Now
don't,
listen,
don't,
my
don't
brother.
Debate, don't
Okay,
debate.
I'm not a student. I'm
Okay,
not
Okola,
a.
let
I'm not a
him finish,
rep.
1 minute.
I'm not a rep for chemistry. Neither am I a rep for biology. I'm a rep for common courses group 1.
Sure.
And what I'm saying is that for common courses, we do the same common courses across all groups. That is group 1, group 2, and group 3, which is right.
Okay, yeah.
Is it right?
That is true.
The
Yes,
same units,
the-
but with different lecturers.
Yes,
Yes,
but
different
these
lecturers.
lecturers,
Yes.
they work under the same umbrella
They are the same department.
and
yeah.
the same department.
Yes.
So this department
Now
is the
today,
department.
if you are looking for marks for your group, do you call my lecturer?
I called the lecturer that taught me.
Good. And,
And
that is why
then-
I'm telling you.
and then after
I called my
calling-
lecturer, not your lecturer.
Now-
And then-
you have to keep quiet, my brother.
Okola,
I called my lecturer,
now,
yes.
now we are talking in this topic of marks upload. We are
Yes.
talking about Tech 102. Now you have marks in your Tech 102.
Now, this is what I was telling you. You know, Byron,
Do you have those
it is
marks
because I am
for tech?
speaking, my brother.
Okay.
What I'm saying is that I was telling you the procedure on how marks should be
That is
appearing
a
on
lie.
our portal.
Yes.
I was telling you when my people asked me about marks of Tech 102.
He assured us
I
that
had
the
to
marks
call
for Tech
my
are
lecturer.
there.
Are you getting me?
Yes.
When they called me, I told him my lecturer, our people are not having our marks. In fact, let me tell you, if you go to group 2 right now, you'll find that some are having marks, some are not having marks.
Yes.
So I went and presented
Which
this.
is-
For Tech 102 is what I represented. I represented this to them and they told me, please can you go to the office which is concerned with publishing. I went there, I found our people are having marks,
Yes.
in fact all of us, but the problem is publishing. So I was telling you that as leaders we should be identifying which stage is delaying our people to see their marks.
Yes.
That is what I'm telling my brother here. You should be knowing that process. Not that coming at workability on the portal. Which portal?
okay,
You
okay.
know,
Which portal is
let me
workability?
tell you something. Let me tell you
Workability of
something.
portal.
And even my group 1 members
Yes.
can testify to this. Personally, I've been working on their marks to be uploaded in that portal.
Yes.
And then whenever I went to those offices, they were telling me, you know, your marks, the lecturer, I call him, Ora, your marks are there. I go to the office, to the administration, your marks are there. So when you come to our portal, we
Yes.
find that our portal does not have our
Because
our
they have not
marks.
been published.
And
That is
therefore,
the only reason.
And
Yes.
therefore, personally, I now said I will not be relying on rumors. I told my group members, group 1,
Yes.
let's go to the administration and see if you have marks for EDF to 10 and CIM to 10. All my group leaders went there in that office.
Yes.
Not all, those who are capable. And they found out their marks are there, but in the school portal. Meaning they have not been uploaded, they have not been published in our portal.
student
That's
portal.
why I'm
But
saying
one-
the workability of the portal.
Yes.
There should be the marks whenever they are uploaded,
Yeah.
they should reflect directly
On
to
the
students'
student
portal.
Okola, in 1 minute, what can you promise us that in your first 100 days, if you are elected to be Delegate 001, what will you be able to prioritize and achieve them in those 100 days?
Thank you so much, Byron. In the first 100 days I will be in an office, I will ensure that I work on the manifesto and the agenda I have for the people so that at least I can execute it as promised now. One thing I know is that winning an election is not a problem. The problem is accomplishing the promises you made to the people.
Yes.
That is what I know should be disturbing the mind of a rational leader. So personally, I am not even stressed on whether I'm going to win election or not.
Yes.
What is now coming into my mind is kind of the mechanism I want to lay down to ensure that the things I am promising the people right now, which I know you are going to give me opportunity to explain my manifesto, so that at least my people can get the services I am promising them that I'll give them now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, to you, Mulandi, what will you achieve what will you promise us that you will achieve in the next 100 days while you are in power?
I don't know which mechanism you have used to count those days, because I believe after 5th August we'll be breaking for a break. Will you count those days?
Yeah, we will count, because still comrades hapa chini bado atakuwa na kuangalia. Even if you break, then the second stroke 23 atakuwa wanaambiwa Mulandi is the academic docket delegate, Okola is the academic docket delegate. Now we will still count. Yes.
So what I would like to assure my loyal supporters, including Gabriel Okola, who will vote for me on 17th of June this year,
yes,
is that all those manifestos that are enlightened in my poster and my bid, I will ensure that they are working, because I'm not going to start working on 17th. I have been working, I am working, and I will still work. It is not even about the delegateship. It is about what I have been doing, yes, what I'm doing, and what I will be doing even after 17th of June this year. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Okola, for coming, and Mulandi for taking your time and kukuja here on Comrades Hub. And here on Comrades Hub, we definitely wish you all the best in your elections, and also in your campaigns in Tanzania next week. And we hope for the best. And it's up to you, comrade, when you are watching this show, to vote on who will represent you in academic docket. And also don't forget to subscribe on Ambrose Nyambeda channel, and also like, share this video to your friends, at least for watch on what's happening here on Moi University. And also sisi kama Comrades Hub and Moi Fraternity and even youths of Kenya, tungetaka ku wish all Kenyans all the best in their campaigns, and also vijana tuepuke na campaigns and vita ndogo ndogo, and we go and do our elections in a peaceful way and a very peaceful manner. Tuende home, tungoje results kuje, and every comrade, every Kenyan appreciate. Don't forget kufanya ile kitu. I'm your host, Ambrose Nyambeda.